Let me tell you the story about how I, Shireen, an internal medicine doctor from New York,
and I, Osama, a dermatologist, launched our very own NFT collection, ApeDocs.
And not just any NFT collection, the first ever NFT collection designed specifically for healthcare workers.
Stop right there. We know what you're thinking. What is an NFT collection?
Aren't NFTs just expensive cartoons that celebrities buy?
And what's this got to do with healthcare? Well, fear not, in this video we're going to explain everything. And by the way, make sure you stick around until the end because we're going to be announcing details of a free ApeDocs NFT giveaway.
So let's take this back to the beginning. Osama has been super into cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum since all the way back to 2017. He actually took all our wedding money when we got married back in 2018 and invested it all into Ethereum. We ended up arguing about that for a whole week, but it did end up being a pretty good investment.
But before you get too excited, guys, all of our wedding money was in rupees. So even though it 10x'd, it still means we can't afford groceries in New York.
So yes, Osama has been trying to get me involved in crypto for years, but I've always found it so dull and pretty confusing. Fast forward to summer 2021 and Osama once again tries to persuade me to take more of an active interest into the world of blockchain and cryptocurrencies, but this time by introducing me to the idea of NFTs.
These are unique digital assets stored on the blockchain, so nobody else can own it. Only you can because it's associated with the token ID that's in your wallet.
Okay, but couldn't I just screenshot it?
3 hours later.
Oh, okay, so I can't screenshot it, but I could right-click and save it. But after enough explaining, it finally clicked.
Now we'll make a future detailed video talking all about NFT and blockchain technologies if that's something you guys are interested in. But in the meantime, let me just give you a really short primer. NFTs are any type of digital asset, whether it's a photo, a music file, or a video that are associated with a unique digital ID. These digital IDs are stored on the blockchain. NFTs make it really easy to prove who owns the original version of any type of digital asset. So why does that matter? Well, yes, on the one hand, you just have the satisfaction of knowing that you own the original version of a digital piece of art, and for some people, that by itself is really valuable.
For example, whoever owns the original Mona Lisa probably feels pretty good about themselves, even though there are thousands of counterfeit versions scattered around the world. They have the real one.
Because NFTs allow easily verifiable ownership, it also means that they can be used as a type of membership pass, giving you access to exclusive perks. Now, what these perks are differ depending on the NFT project, but the cool thing is you can take the benefit of the perks, and then if you decide you want to sell the NFT, you can go straight onto a marketplace and list it whenever you want.
It takes people weeks or even months of reading into the subject of NFTs before they change their mind and realize it's a really exciting technology.
And some people never get persuaded. But I can say with 100% sincerity and conviction that I think NFTs are an incredible type of technology that are going to make their way into all of our lives in the coming years.
We'll leave some links in the description box for articles and podcasts that really helped educate us in our journey in learning more about NFTs, just in case any of you guys out there want to learn more and will find it really useful. But anyway, by around October 2021, Osama and I were both in Team NFT and became true believers in this space.
Making our own NFT collection definitely wasn't our first thought, even though we were so excited about the space. We were quite happy consuming NFT content, buying and selling NFTs, and generally feeling like we were at the forefront of this brand new space.
So then, what made us decide to create our own collection?
From our own experience buying NFTs, we noticed two main things. Firstly, it was genuinely really satisfying and addictive buying digital collectibles that we felt like represented a core part of our identities. I bought an NFT from an Afghan artist, for example, who was a brown kid wearing football boots because he's from the same geographical area as me and I love football.
It may seem silly, but as humans, we love narratives and pieces of art that we can resonate with. The other thing we noticed was some of these communities built around NFT projects were some of the most loving, unified, and supportive places we've ever experienced on the internet. And by the way, most of these NFT communities exist on an app called Discord, which I'd actually never come across before doing research into NFTs, and I found it to be one of my most used apps these days.
So we noticed that when these communities formed under this unified banner, like for example the Magic Mushroom Club, all of a sudden all of these mushrooms from around the world who didn't even know who each other were or often didn't know each other's real names would suddenly go out of their way to really help each other. And we thought that was really nice.
So yes, we noticed those two main things. Number one, having NFTs as digital art that you can relate to is something that's actually really fun. And number two, those communities associated with those NFTs can be some of the most loving, selfless, and supportive places on the internet.
So now let's talk about life as healthcare workers. If you're a healthcare worker of some kind, you know that whether you like it or not, your job plays a huge part in your identity.
And the other thing you might notice if you're a healthcare worker is that for some reason, we're really not that loving and unified a community.
This might surprise you if you're from the outside, but despite the fact that we have so much in common, long training pathways, emotionally draining work, dealing with a once-in-a-century pandemic, healthcare workers really lack a sense of unity.
Medical students end up competing with one another, trying to outdo each other, which creates a really toxic environment. Doctors from different specialties poke fun at one another. And when it comes to nurses, PAs, dentists, nutritionists, physical therapists, respiratory therapists, there is almost no communication at all between healthcare workers across these different categories. If anything, there's often shade and hostility thrown towards each other.
So you can see where this is going. It clicks in our minds that having an NFT collection that would allow healthcare workers digital artwork they really like, as well as forming loving unified communities, would be the best use case of an NFT project we could think of. And thus the idea for ApeDocs was born.
Another reason why we thought a healthcare worker focused NFT project would be a great idea is because, well, unfortunately, healthcare workers are often really late to the game when it comes to advancing technologies. We're really busy in our day jobs after all. And so we wanted to create the best first NFT project for healthcare workers around the world where they can come together to learn about crypto and NFTs in a supported, trusting environment from other healthcare workers and crypto experts.
The other reason we decided to go ahead with the project is because it made a lot of sense considering our skill sets. Shireen has been an artist for her whole life and at one point in university actually had an art business where she would sell her paintings. She also has a large social media following, of which a majority are healthcare workers.
And Osama has been embedded in the crypto space for multiple years.
Shireen, I've lost all our money!
And understands NFTs better than most. Plus, he can also code.
And finally, we're both doctors, so we're an authentic part of this community that we're trying to build and not just some anonymous opportunists looking to profit off the healthcare world.
So let me tell you about our ApeDocs journey so far. We've been working tirelessly alongside our day job as doctors, trying to bring this vision into a reality. There is a lot of work that goes into making an NFT project.
Well, correction, there's a lot of work that goes into making a good NFT project. Making a crappy one with no real mission takes about 5 days. But to make an NFT project that you're actually proud of takes a really long time. We'll do a whole video on this channel in future talking about every step of that process, but to briefly summarize what we've been working on.
Firstly, concept, design, original artwork, and healthcare-specific props for 10,000 unique digital artworks.
Making a website for the NFT project and building the smart contract to encode NFTs onto the blockchain.
Building a Discord server where our online community can connect.
And finally, marketing campaigns across various social media channels. We publicly announced our ApeDocs project at the end of January, and within just 2 weeks, we built an Instagram following of over 6,000 and a Discord community of over 1,500 healthcare workers from around the world. We just wanted to show you some examples of the love, support, and unity we witnessed in the ApeDocs Discord within just 1 hour of our launch.
They were offering each other study tips, giving career advice, helping each other arrange clinical electives, starting international research collaborations, forming teams to work on medtech startups together, and that was all within just 1 hour of the Discord server launching. And this was such an incredible proof of concept right before our very eyes.
We've since expanded our ApeDocs core team to over 20 people with roles like moderators, community managers, event leads, ambassadors, and marketing strategists.
We also have ambassadors for different healthcare jobs like dentistry, nursing, PT, RT, nutritionists, because remember, ApeDocs is for every type of healthcare worker, not just for doctors.
We've already established a weekly event calendar including the Monday Moans, the Wednesday workshops, and the Friday feelings, allowing healthcare workers from around the world to come together and laugh, learn, and therapeutically vent.
We also have the NFT and Crypto University as part of ApeDocs, where we have resources and teaching sessions to educate healthcare workers about all things crypto and NFT.
And finally, work has begun on the ApeDocs Research Hub, the Mentorship Program, and the Alternative Careers Club, so those are things to look forward to as well.
So, how can you get an ApeDocs NFT?
The ApeDocs NFTs themselves will be available from our website, shown here and linked down below, at the end of February. Until that point, the best way to get involved is to follow the ApeDocs Twitter and Instagram, and also to join the Discord community. We've attached links for all of these in the description down below.
So that is the entire story of why we decided to launch the first ever NFT collection for healthcare workers. And as promised, for your chance to win a free ApeDocs NFT, like and subscribe to this channel, comment below saying I want to be an ApeDoc, screenshot your comment and send it over to us on Instagram to be entered into the giveaway. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one.